Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Value Without Wind 2. Value Without Wind 2 is a very hard game to try and describe to someone, and to be honest I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's split into two parts, and each of these parts plays significantly differently. So the first part, which is the majority of the game, is this platforming section. Now compared to the first one, the graphics have been upped a bit, so it looks slightly better. The animation quality is not the greatest, I have to say. But that doesn't make too much of a difference, because in the heat of battle, when things really get going, you don't really notice. You have to concentrate more on dodging rather than how pretty the game looks. The objective of each one of these platforming levels is to get to the end and destroy the wind generator, thus bringing about the title of Value Without Wind. The platforming sections are randomly generated, so you never come across the same thing twice, though each tile is themed. So if you embark on a tile that has frost themes, you get something like this. And you'll come across something similar, but it'll never be exactly the same. Now with regards to the platforming sections and the first game, they have dumbed down the game a fair bit. In the previous game you had free aim. You could use the mouse cursor to aim wherever you want and fire in that direction. What they've done in this version is to make it console friendly, essentially. So you can only fire horizontally, vertically and diagonally, which seems like a step backwards to me, honestly. I don't find it intuitive at all. And it's especially annoying because the enemies more often than not have really random movement patterns, and they can be incredibly hard to hit, especially when one's on the ground right in front of you but your shot goes just above it, so you have to walk up right next to it and aim diagonally down to hit it. What the game does do, however, to help you combat this is it gives you a choice of different mage classes, and you get more as you progress through the game. Each mage class has 4 different abilities which help you tackle different obstacles, though there's a slight problem with that as well. Now this is the second section of the game, the turn-based strategy aspect, and how this works is in the center you see the massive castle. After a number of turns, the endgame boss comes out and he starts hunting down your men, the little gold characters on the map. In addition to this, enemies spawn on random tiles, and you get tiles that spawn more enemies, and they will also hunt down your men, and they can have these small little battles that you don't actually observe, they just sort of happen in the background. And it's up to you to guard your men, because the moment you lose all your men, you lose the game. You can order your men to do multiple things, from building structures, building medical facilities to heal men that have been damaged in battle. You can order them to gather resources and keep your morale up, etc, etc. There are loads of things you can do. Personally, I like this secondary aspect of the game. It seems really well thought out and provides a break from all the hectic platforming sections in the game. This is a recording of one of my first attempts at a level up tower, which is one of the special towers you'll find throughout the game, and to get to it you'll often have to cleave your way through a bunch of unknown areas using your soldiers to open up paths, and once you get there you unlock new perks which help progress your characters. The reason I'm putting this in is because I found it way more fun than some of the normal areas you go through. Each level up tower has a boss which has 3 stages, so you kill him in the first stage, you take down the first 1/3 of his health, and he teleports away, and then you find him again. And it's not hard, it's not like it's a maze or anything, it's a direct path. But it's randomly generated, so you don't know what's going to be there. There could be traps and more enemies and stuff. Until eventually you kill him 3 times, and then he's dead, and you find the level up altar thing. You destroy the altar, and then you get access to a new set of perks. What I think of Value Without Wind 2 is trying to achieve is sort of the old school side-scrolling, Metroid sort of gameplay. And it does that to some extent. It feels really old school, but I think it's a bit flawed in doing so. I don't think it's a bad thing to be old school, but I think it can be both modern and old school at the same time. For example, the enemies seem really unstructured, some of them can be really erratic and you just have no idea what's going on. And that conflicts incredibly with the attack system that's present in this game. They've done some things that are fairly new as well, like they've done this thing called caliber. So each one of your spells has a caliber, and each one of the enemy's spells has a caliber. And if they hit each other and they have the same caliber, they knock each other out. If your caliber is high, you'll destroy his projectile and your projectile will hit him. Your last spell, R, always has a cost associated with it. It's also really powerful. On the fire mage I'm playing, it sends out this explosion which more or less destroys everything in the area, but it has a cost. So you can see down there I only have 20 at a time. Enemies randomly drop health and mana, which is the stuff you use to cast your ultimate spell. And this is what I'm talking about being slightly unstructured. So if you have a character that's really tanky, you can essentially just run through the level and get to the end and destroy the wind generator and get out. You don't have to bother fighting all the things along the way. Or if you do a lot of damage, you can just stand there, blow everything up and heal with all the healing orbs that get dropped by enemies, and they drop fairly frequently. They've also done some really nice things, like you find these chests frequently, and each chest has an item in it which has a special property or a couple of properties. And these properties can be standard, like increasing damage or increasing your jump height, but then they can also be dramatic things like double tapping W makes you zip forward, or letting you jump on water, or just loads of different things, increasing the number of projectiles you shoot normally. The game can be fun, but I think it's slightly unpolished, and it's definitely worth a try before you decide and judge it. From what I've read, it always seems to be a love-hate sort of thing. It's almost never anything in between, and people either judge it really harshly and give up trying, or love it and get addicted and play for hours on end. In any case, the developer was kind enough to send me a couple of copies to give to you guys, and these are bundle copies, so that you'll get the original game as well as the sequel. Anyway guys, that's my 2 cents on the game. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and all that. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, just read the description down below. Anyway guys, see you around next time.